Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurates DMC Day 2026, marking 81st foundation anniversary of Dhaka Medical College. Humanitarian approach and quality treatment can restore public trust in healthcare system, says Prime Minister. Knowledge is foundation of medical science, but humanity is true foundation of medical profession, says Dr. Zubaida Rahman. Water levels in 4 rivers rise above danger mark at 6 points across 6 districts. Situation expected to improve as rainfall subsides. Rescue, relief and rehabilitation operation underway in 5 flood-hit districts under Prime Minister's directive, says Mahdi Amin. HSC and equivalent examinations suspended until July the 16th in all districts under Chattogram Education Board due to flood situation. Information and Broadcasting Minister calls for united efforts to advance, modernize and expand the education sector. Fresh diplomatic efforts underway to ease US-Iran tensions. Trump holds phone talks with Saudi Crown Prince. And in FIFA World Cup quarter-finals, England to face Norway at 3 a.m. and Argentina take on Switzerland at 7 a.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shamim Khan, welcoming you on to News at 10. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurated Dhaka Medical College DMC Day 2026, marking 80th anniversary of the college. The Prime Minister inaugurated the program by releasing balloons and pigeons at DMC campus this morning. He was accompanied by his spouse Dr. Zubaida Rahman, an alumnus of Dhaka Medical College. After inaugurating the DMC Day, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman and Dr. Zubaida Rahman went to Qazi Fazlul Haq Women's Hostel. Dr. Zubaida Rahman lived at the hostel while studying at Dhaka Medical College. The students had gathered in front of the hostel's main entrance ahead of Prime Minister's arrival. They were delighted to meet Prime Minister Tariq Rahman and Dr. Zubaida Rahman. Later, the Prime Minister Tariq Rahman was briefed on the project titled Replacement and Reconstruction of Unusable Structures at Dhaka Medical College and the project titled Construction of 20 Modern Hostel Buildings for students of 11 medical colleges across the country. On the occasion, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman and Dr. Zubaida Rahman, Vice Chairman of Ziaur Rahman Foundation, planted 2 saplings, an Arjun tree and a neem tree on the campus. Later, Tariq Rahman also attended an interactive session titled DMCN's Thoughts on the Modernization of Bangladesh's Healthcare System at the college auditorium, where he exchanged views with current and former students of the institution. Responding to various questions, he assured them that the problems they raised would be addressed gradually. Special guest at the event, Dr. Zubaida Rahman, Vice President of Ziaur Rahman Foundation, said, while knowledge forms the foundation of medical science, true foundation of medical profession is humanity.
একটি আশ্বস্ত করার বাক্য একটি ওষুধের মতো কাজ করে। চিকিৎসা বিজ্ঞানের ভিত্তি জ্ঞান হলেও চিকিৎসা পেশার প্রকৃত ভিত্তি মানবিকতা। চিকিৎসা বিজ্ঞানের অগ্রযাত্রা যতই প্রযুক্তি নির্ভর হোক না কেন, তার কেন্দ্রবিন্দুতে সবসময় মানুষই থাকবে। আগামী 20 বা 25 বছর পরে আমরা ঢাকা মেডিকেল কলেজকে দক্ষিণ এশিয়ার অন্যতম শ্রেষ্ঠ চিকিৎসা শিক্ষা, গবেষণা ও উদ্ভাবনের কেন্দ্র হিসেবে দেখতে চাই।
Speaking on the occasion as chief guest, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman urged doctors to earn people's trust through compassionate, quality care and a humane approach, saying stronger confidence in the country's healthcare system could help prevent an annual outflow of around 5 billion spent on treatment abroad. Highlighting plans to improve healthcare services in other major cities, he said the government would upgrade 51-bed Upazila hospitals to 101-bed facilities. The Prime Minister also stressed the importance of proper medical waste management and maintaining cleanliness in hospitals.
রোগীদের চিকিৎসা সেবা নিশ্চিত করতে আমরা আরো 5000 MBBS চিকিৎসক নিয়োগের কার্যক্রম আমরা শুরু করেছি। আমরা নার্স, মেডিকেল টেকনোলজিস্ট যেটি আমরা আলাপ করেছি, ফার্মাসিস্ট, মিডওয়াইফ এবং অন্যান্য স্বাস্থ্য পেশাজীবী যেগুলো আছে বিদ্যমান আছে সেগুলো শূন্য পদ দ্রুততার সাথে যাতে এই শূন্য পদগুলো পূরণ করা যায় সেটির প্রক্রিয়ার কাজও আমরা শুরু করেছি। প্রিভেনশন ইজ বেটার দেন কিওর, এটা আমরা প্রত্যেকে জানি। এটার জন্য আপনারা যারা ডাক্তার আছেন তারা আপনারা অবশ্যই ভালো করে জানেন। সরকার এই নীতিতে সবার কাছে আমরা স্বাস্থ্য এবং চিকিৎসা সেবা এই নীতির ভিত্তিতে আমরা জনগণের দৌড় গোড়ায় পৌঁছে দিতে চাই। শিশু স্বাস্থ্য রক্ষার জন্য কিন্তু আমাদের সরকার গুরুত্ব আরোপ করছি। আমরা সারা বাংলাদেশে 5টা শিশু হাসপাতাল, এগুলা বিল্ডিংগুলা তৈরি হয়েছিল বহু বছর যাবৎ পড়ে আছে বিল্ডিংগুলা, আমরা এগুলাকে দ্রুত চালু করার ব্যবস্থা করছি। আমরা এগুলা বাচ্চাদের জন্য 1000 বেডের হসপিটাল আমরা সারা দেশে চালু করতে সক্ষম হব। আমরা টার্গেট করছি ইনশাআল্লাহ সেপ্টেম্বর মাসের মধ্যে এগুলা চালু করব। যারা বর্তমানে চিকিৎসক আছেন, ডাক্তার আছেন, যারা উড বি ডাক্তার যারা হবেন, প্রত্যেকের কাছে আমার একটা প্রত্যাশা আছে। প্রতি বছর বাংলাদেশ থেকে ±5 বিলিয়ন ডলার চলে যাচ্ছে বিদেশে চিকিৎসার জন্য। আপনাদের সকলের কাছে আমার একটি প্রত্যাশা যে আসুন না, আমরা কেন পারবো না এই পরিস্থিতিটির পরিবর্তন করতে। এটি একমাত্র সম্ভব হবে আপনাদের মানবিক অ্যাপ্রোচ এবং আপনাদের সঠিক সুষ্ঠু চিকিৎসা প্রদানের মাধ্যমে।
Health Minister Sardar Mohammad Shakhawat Hussain, State Minister Dr. M.A. Mohit, Principal of Dhaka Medical College Professor Dr. Muhammad Mazharul Shaheen and Vice Principal Professor Dr. Musarrat Sultana, among others, spoke at the function. Continuous rainfall and flash floods triggered by upstream hail runoff significantly worsened the flood situation in Bangladesh's northeastern and southern regions. Water levels in Shongo, Kowai, Monu and Kushiara rivers are flowing above the danger level at 6 monitoring stations. Among them, Shongo River in Bandarban has reached the highest level, flowing 107 centimeters above the danger mark. According to Flood Forecasting and Warning Center FFWC, highest rainfall was recorded in Cherrapunji, India's Meghalaya state at 130 millimeters, while Jaflong in Bangladesh recorded 156 millimeters. Due to influence of low pressure system and an active monsoon, water levels have risen at 57 of the country's 127 monitoring stations. Kushiara River is flowing above danger level at Markuli and Finchugon stations, Monu River at Molavi Bazar and Kowai River at Balda Station, Hobiganj. Flash floods already affected parts of Hobiganj and Molavi Bazar districts. The FFWC forecast that the flood situation in the low-lying areas of Sylhet and Chunamganj could deteriorate further over the next 24 to 72 hours. Meanwhile, several other rivers including Tista, Surma, Shomeshwari and Matamuhuri are currently flowing near the warning levels. However, Flood Forecasting and Warning Center expects flood situation to gradually improve once the heavy rainfall subsides. Due to flood situation, HSC and equivalent examinations in all districts under Chattogram Education Board have been postponed until July the 16th. Advisor to the Prime Minister and spokesperson for Prime Minister's office, Mahdi Amin, shared this information during a press conference held at the Prime Minister's office this afternoon. He stated that under the direction of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, rescue operations, relief distribution and rehabilitation activities are being carried out in the 5 flood-affected districts. Mahdi Amin added that by order of the Prime Minister, local administration, along with leaders and activists of BNP and its affiliated organizations, are working together side by side to support the flood victims. State Minister for Disaster Management and Relief, Muhammad Iqbal Hussain, said disaster caused by heavy rainfall in Chattogram is not over yet. Speaking to reporters at Chattogram Circuit House this morning, he said the government will take necessary measures after assessing the extent of the damage once the disaster is over. Iqbal Hussain said emergency measures have been taken across the country to deal with the situation following Prime Minister's directives. State Minister will visit 5 districts including Chattogram and 3 hill districts to inspect the flood situation and oversee relief operations. He said around 25,000 people have taken shelter at 650 shelters in Chattogram, where dry food and essential medicines have already been provided. Later, Iqbal Hussain visited several flood-affected areas in the port city. State Minister of Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Oninda Islam Omid held a meeting with officials, public representatives and representatives from different government organizations in Chattogram to review the overall flood situation and provide necessary directives. The meeting was held at Chattogram Circuit House this morning. Discussion focused on post-flood situation, ensuring uninterrupted power supply and continuing emergency services. The State Minister said all relevant government agencies are working in coordination under Prime Minister's directives. He added that the situation on the ground is being closely monitored and necessary decisions will be taken after assessing the damage and status of essential services. Oninda Islam Omid also urged all concerned to carry out their duties sincerely to reduce public sufferings and restore normalcy as soon as possible. Speaker Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram said East Bengal Regiment led by Liberation War by putting up strong resistance against Pakistani military's genocide. He made the remarks this morning while speaking as chief guest at a program titled East Bengal Regiment, History, Heritage and Emergence of Bangladesh at Rawa Helmet Hall in the capital's Mohakali. The speaker said when Sheikh Mujibur Rahman refused to declare independence, saying he did not want to become a separatist, millions of Bengalis fled the country to save their lives. Hafizuddin Ahmed said after Major Zia declared independence, East Bengal Regiment joined the Liberation War. Retired Armed Forces Officers Welfare Association Chairman, retired Brigadier General Abdul Haq presided over the function. Liberation War Affairs Minister Ahmad Azam Khan and several retired military officers also spoke at the event. Construction of a new academic building has officially begun at Norchera Secondary School in Goronodi Upazila of Borishal. Foundation stone of the new building was laid this morning by Information Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shapun. The project is being implemented by Education Engineering Department at a cost of approximately 6 crore taka. Speaking at the ceremony, Information Minister said the government has given highest priority to education. He called on everyone to work together to improve, modernize and expand the country's education system. Teachers, students and members of the school's management committee were present at the event. The Chief Prosecutor of International Crimes Tribunal, Aminul Islam, said that investigations are ongoing into all crimes committed by Awami League as an organization and every crime of July will be brought to justice. He said this during the inauguration ceremony of 2024 Mass Uprising audiovisual publication series organized by July Shaheed Smriti Foundation at Shilpakala Academy Auditorium in the capital today. Former advisor Sharmeen S. Murshid, Member of Parliament Rokia Begum, former Chief Prosecutor Tajul Islam and Jamaat Islami Secretary General Mia Ghulam Parvar spoke at the program. Chief Prosecutor stated that Sheikh Hasina is playing stunts with the public by claiming she will return to the country. He further added that Awami League will never come back to Bangladesh. During the program, speakers called upon everyone to remain vocal against conspirators attempting to erase the spirit of July. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Abdul Awal Minto said, although increasing industrialization and production is essential for the country's economic growth, no industry or factory will be allowed to operate at the expense of the environment. He made the remarks today while speaking at a special seminar held at the auditorium of Department of Environment in Nagargaon, Dhaka, marking World Environment Day. The keynote paper at the seminar, titled Climate Change, Today's Action, Tomorrow's Security, was presented by Professor Dr. M. Feroz Ahmed, Vice President of Bangladesh Poribesh Andolan, BAPA. The seminar was chaired by Professor Dr. Noor Muhammad Talukdar, President of BAPA. Among the other speakers were Dr. Simon Pervez, Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Dr. Lutfur Rahman, Director General of Department of Environment, and Shamsul Huda, Executive Director of the Association for Land Reform and Development, ALRD. Addressing the seminar, Abdul Awal Minto said, Bangladesh is one of the countries most vulnerable to climate change, which has a direct impact on the nation's economic development. He added that the government is giving highest priority to strengthening environmental protection, forest conservation and climate resilience. Prime Minister's Information and Broadcasting Advisor Dr. Zahidur Rahman has urged students to prepare themselves for future leadership through technology-dependent knowledge practice, moral values and innovative thinking. He said this today at the Freshers Orientation and Cultural Program of Otish Dimpankar University in Uttara. The advisor stated that the university is not merely a medium for acquiring degree, but the finest institution for shaping citizens to be skilled, creative and responsible. At this time, he called upon the students to emphasize research, innovation and cultural practices. Presided over by the acting Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ashraf Ali Khan, an educationist, spoke among others. Hajj is the world's largest annual religious gathering. Every year, millions of devout Muslims from across the globe travel to Saudi Arabia to perform the sacred pilgrimage. Thousands of Bangladeshi pilgrims join millions of other worshippers in performing the Hajj rituals. To ensure a smooth pilgrimage, the Hajj authorities of each country are responsible for arranging travel, accommodation, healthcare, security and other essential services for their pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. At the end of every Hajj season, the Saudi authorities evaluate the overall performance of participating countries. According to this year's assessment, Bangladesh has secured the highest position among South Asian countries. Hajj Agencies Association of Bangladesh (HARP) said the Saudi government granted this recognition based on Bangladesh's satisfactory performance in accommodation, transportation, healthcare, field-level coordination, pilgrim assistance and overall service management. Officials believe that well-planned management and timely coordination were among the key factors behind this achievement. According to the authorities, significant improvements in service quality were made possible through a modern registration system, pre-Hajj training program and close coordination between Bangladesh government and the Saudi authorities. As a result, Bangladeshi pilgrims receive more efficient and well-organized services, while the country's international reputation was further strengthened. However, stakeholders emphasize that maintaining this position in the coming years will require continued improvements in service quality, greater use of technology, and a stronger pilgrim-centered management system. Now, international news.